All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly video predictions for the second last episode of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. This is for episode 15. It is called Channel 5. Alright, man, so in this video we'll be doing our predictions, what we think is going to happen in the second last episode of Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. So, from what I'm seeing, it looks like most people are pretty happy with the way episode 14 turned out, and it's just sad that there's only 2 episodes left now, and the season is basically over, and it just feels like it's just kind of starting to get good at this point. So, that said, we've got the usual sneak peek and promo video for this second last episode, Channel 5. So we saw Channel 4 before, which was the kind of found footage idea that they were going with, which, I thought was okay. They did the whole episode where it was like, like found footage almost all the way through. And, it was a bit creative. It's not something we've seen before in The Walking Dead. But from the sneak peek, which features Althea and the others, it looks like they're doing it again for Channel 5, which... one thing I'm feeling right now is when Fear the Walking Dead has a theme, such as running out of gas, they sort of beat it to death, right? Like they can't just have the theme running out of gas or what else? I mean, helping people or using the recording camera to do these Channel 4, Channel 5 things. They go all the way. They go full Channel 5. They go, never go full. It's a little bit crazy, right? They go all the way. It's like, okay, we get it. You're almost out of gas. You're all almost out of gas. We get it. It's cool. But, it's just like, it's so persistent in every episode. It's just kind of a bit draining to see these themes, because the thing is that obviously when they filmed this they didn't get to see, I think, episode 9, or maybe they liked episode 9, Channel 4, and the way it kind of went through. But for this episode here, Channel 5, considering there's only 2 episodes left, I really am just kind of not in the mood for the whole playing around with videotapes and this kind of thing. I just think it's, again, with the same kind of idea, it's kind of overkill. I mean, I understand that that's Althea's gimmick and that she likes to do that a lot because that's her deal, but I just feel like it's getting a bit overboard. It's getting a bit overdone, a bit overused. But you guys can leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about that. Watch the sneak peek and see what you think, because that's what it looks like we're seeing here as we kind of switches between each person. You have June, who says, we've been driving for 5 days now. It's tough. They have 1 tanker of gas left for everybody. Althea making another video to show you everything, right? It's not supposed to be easy. It's hard, Morgan says. Alicia, who I almost forgot was still in the show, says, it's important because the way we're doing things is the right way. And then Dwight as well, also I almost forgot was in this show. Same thing. And then we have Tom. Whatever. It's like... okay, the impossible is possible. So I guess he's joined the group now, too. I guess they've all joined, and they've taken in just about everybody, which has to make their numbers close to about 40 survivors now, 40 different people now. And somehow they're trekking around, looking for a place to live, looking for a place to call home, and they're stopping about every 40 miles or so, and it's just... they're not able to find a place right now. They're still looking. And then in the promo video, you can see that you have Virginia... somewhere in and around here. I guess she's been tracking them as they've been kind of traveling around for 5 full days nonstop, which should be enough time to pretty much traverse quite a distance to get away from her. But it sounds like that's not working. Of course, she's sitting cool because they've got the nice condominium place, and they're doing well. But it looks like in this episode that possibly Morgan and the others are going to actually run out of gas almost entirely, because there's a part where they're actually just kind of walking along, which sort of reminds me of like Them, which was an episode of the original Walking Dead series. We had Rick and Maggie and everybody else, and they're kind of walking side by side, shoulder by shoulder. This kind of feels a little bit like that, but of course you got to mix in the found footage videotapes and everything else. So the description reads, when Virginia makes a statement, Althea responds in kind. Facing dire circumstances, June leads the search for a new place to call home. With Grace's condition worsening, Morgan makes a tough call. So you can see in the promo video that looks like Grace is not doing well. It looks like she might be on her way out. Strand says in frustration, we have no food, no water. So they're almost out of food and water, and they have a lot of people, a lot of mouths to feed. And, they might be out of gas too, so they're kind of walking around trying to find an answer. They're in a bad situation. Then Virginia looks to be pouring gasoline on the fire, and because she says, it looks like you folks could use a hand. And I don't know what she's doing here. She's got guys shooting guns up in the air to draw in a whole bunch of zombies for dinner or something. I don't know. I'm not going to apologize for my methods. And then you have a whole bunch of zombies kind of coming in here as well, too, as part of this for everything. So a lot of stuff going on right now. Grace being sick, Virginia being a jerk. What else? June looking for a spot for them to kind of live. Morgan kind of not doing well because of what's happening with Grace and the others. They're still recording tapes. They're still traveling around. I don't know. There's a part where Althea smashes the TV, so I'm not sure if Grace has left a message for her. Can you imagine if, in this episode coming up, or sorry, not Grace, Virginia, I meant to say, left a message for her. Wouldn't it be funny in this episode or something? It'd almost be, so terrible, it's unbelievable. If Virginia filmed a video and put it in the TV to troll, Morgan and Althea, and then they watched it when they went to leave a tape somewhere, and they saw her tape of her just, chilling out or something. Like if she trolled her in a tape. This whole thing is just getting a little bit out of hand. I think it's just getting a little crazy. And it's unfortunate because I thought episode 14 was a really good episode. It feels like to me, when they take things seriously, when they do kind of more serious episodes with a little bit of comedy, it works out well. When they try to do too much of the found footage, too much of the video recording, too much of kind of the silly aspects of it too, it starts to lose its kind of appeal as a serious zombie apocalypse type of story, which it should be. You're living in a world of the dead. If you're going to take it, if it's going to be somewhat realistic or whatever, there's danger around every corner. You're running out of supplies. You're almost out of food. People are frustrated. People are hot. It's in the heat. They're all sweating. They need water, and they're not doing well. And then you have this lady who's trolling you around. It's I don't know. It's not something that you can kind of do kind of the silly, too much of the silly stuff with it too, with the video recording and stuff like that. I mean, I guess it makes sense that as an outlet they might do that, but it feels like it's a bit much, and it feels like it's like, hey, don't waste your time on that. Think about where you can go, find some maps or something, find a place where you can try to check or something. Think about what you're going to do instead of making these ridiculous tapes and putting them all over the place for Virginia to watch and find out what you're going to do next and where you are or whatever. I don't know. So Channel 5. Second last episode of the season. I hope it's good, man, because otherwise it's going to be it kind of has to be after all the different episodes they had and how much they, have struggled this season. I feel like with these last back half of episodes, episode 13 and 14 were great. At least 15 and 16 should also be great, or at least 16 with a finale being something really great. Otherwise, I just don't know for fear, man. I really am in a situation right now where I'm just I'm not sure. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. And if you like this predictions video, I think it's going to be okay. I think it'll be a decent episode. We'll have to put up with the video stuff, but some interesting developments here. Really good stuff with them running out of supplies. Looks like everybody's going to be in this episode, so that's good too. Let's hope that, having everybody in one episode doesn't blow up the budget so much that where they can't really do anything and they're just kind of, fumbling around or something. I don't know. Let's see. It's just, I'm not sure. Leave your comments below. See you guys soon for another video. Leave your questions for the Q&As too, because I want to do a couple of those this week. It's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.